Hi there, Jaime Craddock here. Today I have something very special for you. I decided to bring out my stager. Lee Newport was staged by design, so I invited her over to my house to go through my house and give me a full report, just like I would do if I was having her come out to your house or to any of my sellers' house and give me a report to help them get their home in the best condition to sell. So stay tuned, follow along, and enjoy.
Just as a reminder, everything I say is written down, so I'm going to email this to you, so don't worry, all I ask is for your attention, again, just like when working with your clients. So curb appeal, of course, is one of the most important factors and features when people are coming into the house, or even if they're viewing it online. I do notice that part of your walkway has sunken down a little bit with the concrete slabs. I don't know in this time of year whether or not we are able to address that, but at a minimum, I'd love to see you edge your beds thoroughly and to create some definition around that. Add some mulch and add seasonal plantings, 2 large black planters on either side of your front door, right? And then a new front door mat, super simple, super easy.
The reason I did this is I kind of wanted to see what my sellers and my clients are going through, because I know it's very stressful.
Coming into the foyer, your house has a very open floor plan, which is great, but it's kind of setting the scene. So for me, I feel like I almost walked into this.
Yeah, that's got to go.
Yeah. So that's on your list to take that away. I don't have another place for it in the house.
No, it's like going.
Okay.
Going.
Coming into the heart of the house here, I know you mentioned you're going to remove the TV because you have one here. I think that's important and valuable.
Well, and we like sports, but again, I'm going, I don't want to have that. I'd rather just be elegant and, you know.
I agree. And when you don't have a defined dining space, I think it's better to show it more so this is your dining, not your combined. So I'd even remove the chest underneath there.
Yep,
with the island, which you've done a really nice job with the updates and the renovations, but I'd love to see maybe a bar stool that is a little bit lighter in color. It's going to photograph better. So whether it's an upholstered top or maybe a rustic finish, something like that. Because and I'm mentioning that only because you thought you might supplement with some rental decor.
And I had I know it sounded kind of crazy, but so I got stuff stacked everywhere. So do you think I should finish? It's really not a big deal for him to finish putting the 2 legs on, and then there's a piece that goes across too, kind of like the bottom of the table. So that can be determined, but I'm just saying I have that if. It's just one thing that never got finished. So.
And that's, I think that makes it, as it is now, it feels a little more contemporary. If you add that in, it's probably going to be a little more transitional. If you've already purchased the materials, then go for it, but I don't actually feel it's necessary. Like if we did nothing to it right now, it doesn't look unfinished to me.
Thank you.
I have a stager come out, and sometimes people are wondering, like, what does that mean? What is she going to do? Sometimes when she comes in, they might get a little offended by some of the things that are recommended. So I wanted to put myself in that position and know how it feels so I can help guide my clients through those feelings.
For your kitchen counters, I know you know the drill for this, but maybe just your utensil, your container, edit the items that are on your bar shelf. Nothing to the right, remove your trash can, all of these things we always say. For the primary living space here, it's again very open, which is great, but also sometimes people have a harder time envisioning what that would look like. So I would remove the bookcase if you can. Remove the cords from the TV. I would even remove the upholstered ottoman as your coffee table because it's just really large. And just to have a rug that would break up the space. Artwork and tables, a couple of table lamps.
Because that's the thing, I've never gotten around to like putting up stuff, but this is good. So a couple tables, lamps. I actually just brought this up from the basement. Because it was in a room and I was cleaning up the storage room and I was like, and this is going on the deck, of course. But I just, literally a week ago, it was just empty in here and I brought it, I was trying to go through some stuff in the basement, so I brought it up. But again, I don't know what to put in here. I honestly don't know what to put in here. So
I think
that's going to go downstairs.
Good. Yeah, I would take everything out of here, and that's part of what staging is, really trying to make sure that we're lining up with the way that you're marketing the property. So I could see, honestly, 4 chairs, maybe around a nice, like a round ottoman here, or another bar setup. I think there's a lot of options.
That'd be cool, like a couple, like a sitting room. It doesn't have to necessarily. I always think it has to be a couch. So I just saw this on 100 Day House last night. It was a rectangle space and they put in some round stuff.
See?
She knows what she's talking about. So upstairs, down, or you want
Well,
to go
let's look at the office, because I think that's such an interesting space.
Okay.
Well, this is such it's kind of a landing or a nook. It's not enough of a sitting room. To market it as an office, I think, is a little bit of a stretch. But, so because you have a dedicated office space that can't be used as a full bedroom upstairs, we talked about putting this in that bedroom.
Okay.
And then, you and I are not always saying, oh, you have to customize your space to a certain level to sell. However, you have to solve problems. And so what we talked about is creating something that's twofold. It's really pretty and appealing because you see it from your front door, and you're going to see it every time you walk past your hallway to because your master bedroom is back there, your primary bedroom. So if we created basically a shelf or a ledge for either teleworking or honestly a distance learning space and made it cute and charming, put some stools instead of chairs, I think that's a great way to finish it and make it appealing, and also not super cluttered when you walk in.
Yes.
Right?
Oh no, there'll be nothing.
Okay, so a few of the things that she said, I actually did feel kind of like my sellers will tell me. I was like, no, this is fine. This is what I'm gonna do. This is here because of this. I kept finding myself saying, oh, well, I usually have this here. I usually do this. And then I was going, wow, this is exactly how my sellers must feel when we have that conversation after the stager leaves and they're like, well, she said this and that, and they feel a little insulted.
I think the easiest things to do are just to finish the door by painting it the same as your trim.
Okay.
We talked about adding the closet doors here. If you did have more substantial nightstands, headboard, and artwork, I think that would be nice.
Okay.
So we could either provide that or you could purchase it before you move to the next house.
That might be something we'll put on the list for you to provide. Okay.
And then just remove the, the open storage furniture there, which I know
Should I put a dresser there?
You can, but you've got such great closet space. It's up to you. Honestly, I think the focus, remember your real estate photo is going to be right here. This is the money shot, and I don't feel like we even need a dresser there to compete with that. You can, but I'm not worried. I think.
Well, I just want people to know you can put a full 65-inch dresser there.
Yes.
But if we don't need it, then
right.
Okay.
Right.
In no way is it meant to be an insult. We're just trying to help, or we are trying to help show what the house is supposed to look like for the buyers to come through. So it really has nothing to do with how you're living in a home, and you're not being judged. So it's just very interesting that I kind of had those same feelings, even though I 100% knew exactly what to expect. So I can feel for all of you guys and what you're going through.
Okay.
And the master bath is great. I do think we just need to paint. Yep, paint, caulk.
Okay. And you'll pick out a color?
I sure did. Okay. And then remove the external stand, because anytime you have an external stand like that, whether it's just for convenience, people think that maybe you don't have sufficient space. Here's the thing I'd love for you to do, and I forgot to write this down, but I'm going to do so. I'm anti-towel bar.
Okay.
So honestly, what I would do is just have hooks. I think it looks great above a wall like this, where you would just have maybe kind of 1, 2, 3 robe hooks to have them hang straight.
Okay.
And it's just a little bit more of a contemporary look, a little more current, instead of just kind of the tried and true towel bar.
Okay.
Easy. But this is a great space.
So one thing that she really helped me through, which I'm not going to be selling my house, but I am going to be doing some updates. So I was kind of using that for information purposes for myself, because some of the things I wanted to do to my house, I was really overthinking for value, and she definitely pointed out some of the things that I was thinking would be a diminishing return. So that was very helpful. Some of the little details and some of the things that may not have been a great idea, she kind of guided me out of and gave me some good suggestions for other uses of space. So.
No, I'm so excited. Thanks, Lee, so much for coming out and helping me stay calm.
It's okay.
This is why I call you to all my clients. Because you have a way with words, and not make people feel bad about their horrible mess of a house.
It's okay. We're all in it together. Don't worry.
Yes.
We're here to help.